Hello, it is James Montgomery back at you with the final. Once again, I'm doing this with my phone to make it easier to pinpoint stuff. I don't know if I'll be able to get me in this. This is me with the date and the name for security purposes or something. But anyways, uh, final dissection. Final. I think there's one more video presentation actually. So one more, but last dissection. If you want to check on my laptop, all I have is this up so I can go through in a nice orderly manner. And here is the kidney. So this dissection wasn't really, well, actually it kind of was a dissection in the purest sense of the word, splitting it into two pieces. So actually it was the most, I'm going to stop talking now and just get into the dissection. I just realized that it was a literal dissection, so that's pretty cool. Or maybe it would be I don't care. So renal cortex. That is this part right here, the outer layer of the kidney, also over here. Then you have the renal medulla, which is the inside-y part. Follow that up, you got the renal pyramids. And so the thing about this dissection is obviously more like a trisection, am I right? And I also think this is like either the renal vein or artery. It's hard when they're not dyed, like they said in the dissection thing. But it's kind of hard to see the exact renal pyramids. They don't have super defined ones. I think this is like my best bet at looking at an actual renal pyramid, which is this right here. You can kind of see it like semi-triangle-y looking, feeding into there. And so that's a renal pyramid. Follow that up with the renal columns. The renal columns are the things that go in between the renal pyramids. They have like veins and stuff. Okay, so renal column, it'd be like, so if this is the renal pyramid, the renal column would be right there. Let me get a probe. Renal column would be like right there. If this thing is a renal pyramid, that would be the column. Follow that up with the renal sinus, which is this middle-y area right here. Renal sinus. So then we got the renal hilum, and that's like this. It's kind of easier to see if you turn it over. So this little indentation right about here, that's the hilum, because that's where like the ureter and the renal vein and artery come out of. Then you have the minor and major calyces. So once again, kind of hard to see, but if you can imagine like this little trapezoidy looking thing coming off of one renal pyramid is a minor calyx. And then you got a bunch of them coming together, and then that forms like a major calyx. And then those all go towards this area. So the renal pelvis is, okay, so this is another thing where the dissection is kind of hard to do. I'm pretty sure I cut the ureter off when I was splitting it in half. And so the renal pelvis is also really hard to see. It would normally be like right about here, kind of sticking out. And then it would flow, a ureter would like flow down, and then that would go to the bladder. But yeah, so you can't really see the pelvis, which I don't know if it was my cutting it in half that made it bad. But yeah, so renal pelvis would be like right about in here, and then out comes a ureter that would flow down to the bladder. All right, I'm James Montgomery, signing off for the last dissection.